Hello everybody, good afternoon, and I hope you guys' day has been pretty good. As you can tell, we are still kind of hacking and coughing and stuff like that, but we are getting a little bit better. So we are going to be having our stained glass, so we're going to go ahead and get started.
The Magician Upright. This is about making our dreams and manifestations and turning them into our reality. Using our innate strengths, skill sets, and supplies to ensure our own success by tapping into our true potential. Knight of Cups Upright. This is about following our heart and living life with a romantic flair. In work, we're diplomatic, tactful, plus a great negotiator. We might get a chance to be swept off our feet. Queen of Swords Reverse. We need to remember that we need to lead with our head as well as our hearts. Or we might be reacting to someone who triggers our trauma responses, making us cold-hearted and overly critical. In order to bring us back to alignment, we need to balance our emotions and our intellect. Knight of Wands Upright. We are getting bit by the wanderlust bug. We're up for an adventurous trip, move across country, or some new business venture. We might want to jump right away into the new, but we need to remember that we need to finish what we started first.
The Magician is about making things happen within our lives, which means our dreams, our manifestations, and really trying to bring them into this reality. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't have, the skills in order to do that, because we do, and a lot of them are innate skills. And the whole thing about the Magician is that he goes in and takes those strengths and stuff and bring them full force to the front, and to take and tap into our own potential, turning all of that, the thoughts, the actions, the skill sets, all of that, and making it into a coherent being, basically. So that kind of helps us along there. The Knight of Cups. This is about really living that that drive, which is following your heart and having a overall romantic flair, because it's dealing with the cups. And whenever it comes to work situations, they know how to get things done. They're very diplomatic, and they can negotiate an igloo from an Eskimo. But this also talks about us really falling for the things that are happening. So it kind of knocks us off our feet. The Queen of Swords, that this is a reminder to also think with our heads and not just our hearts. And whenever we have somebody who is triggering our responses, we can kind of come across as being cold-hearted and just very, very critical of every little thing that you do. Now, in order to bring it all back into alignment, we need that balance of emotions and our minds, because we can't be having work decisions being run by our emotions. We also have to sit there and say, hey, yeah, I would love to do this, but this is also telling me I need to pay attention to X, Y, and Z. So we have to do that. The Knight of Wands is, we really, really, really want to start doing some traveling. Either it be, a trip, moving across country, or moving your business somewhere else. We just want to jump right into the new, but we also need to really realize, no, we don't need to be jumping into something new if we haven't finished the things that we had before. So that's the things that we have going on. We are going to be having our witching hour and our vampires tomorrow, so come on back and see me, do like and shares, and I'll see you guys then.